Okay, with Alan Kennedy, ex-Liverpool and England star. Tell us, Alan, why are you visiting Phuket now, and what's your current thoughts on the situation for Liverpool as well? But first, why are you coming here?
Well, we're coming here because we've got a couple of games. We're bringing a Legends team over from Liverpool. We're coming over in June, it is. June the 12th we arrive in Thailand. We're playing a game in Bangkok, and we're promoting football within the community, both in Bangkok and in Phuket. We have a game against the Thailand Legends, and they are a very good team, so I believe, and we're going to play it in Phuket. So we're looking forward to it. You know, it's a wonderful place. I've been here many times, and we're hoping to raise awareness, and we're hoping to raise money for Phuket youth football.
That's the home for young kids, Thai kids, who live on the home there. You came there 3-4 years ago at the opening, and tell us a bit about the background, how you got involved with the youth football home.
Well, a very good friend of mine who's no longer with us, Henrik Lorenz and Wing Chung, they set up this youth football for kids. They've always been interested in youth development, and they have other places around the world as well. And but this was very special to Henrik. He loved the place. He owned properties here, and unfortunately, you know, a few years ago he died. And but the legacy is that, you know, the football in the community is still going, and that's very, very strong. But they don't have a great deal of funds, and what we're hoping to do is make everybody aware, and we're hoping to raise well over or in excess of £100,000, hopefully, to give to the youth football in Phuket. So we're hoping it's a big target, but you know, the people of Phuket can come out and watch the Liverpool Legends, you know, play some football and get some autographs and hopefully have a good time. From our point of view and from the players' point of view, you know, it's a game, and we love playing the game of football, but we are promoting from within, and we are promoting the game of football throughout the world.
Right. How will you primarily raise that money? That's a lot of money in baht. That's about 5 million baht.
Yeah, well, what we've been asking people to do, and there are some special companies, and I don't know every one of them, so I wouldn't name any of them, but they've become involved, and what they've done through an agency called Power Agency, they've decided that you know, it's going to be massive, it's going to be big, it's going to be shown on TV, which is nice. It's going to be live TV as well. So there's a lot going on, and we're
including the match in Phuket. You got one in Bangkok and in Phuket.
Definitely the one in in Bangkok is being shown live, I think, on True Vision, if I'm being honest about it. So, but there's so many great sponsors, and you know, I've been around Phuket, you know, thanking people for their sponsorship and their money. It's their money, and it's the people's money as well. And I think what we're hoping to do on the day, we're hoping to get in excess of maybe 5,000 or 6,000 people who will be Liverpool supporters, but also want to support the home as well, you know, for these children. I think that's very important, and I'm hoping to go there in the next couple of days, back there, which I haven't been for about 3 or 4 years, and just see how it's moved on. But you know, I get Christmas cards every year, I get cards every year from people who say to me, you know, it's still going, it's still strong, and it's good, and they're producing some very, very good players. But I think the most important thing, you know, they are making sure that they're keeping kids focused on playing football. I think that's very important in their life, and you know, they may not all be footballers, but at least they have an insight as to what a footballer might be. Right.
So if spectators want to come and watch you, obviously they're going to pay a ticket price, and that will raise money for the youth football home.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure that it's not too expensive for the local people. I think that's very important from our point of view, that we do not we do not go over a certain threshold. But the budget side of it is that we're getting a little bit of money from the bigger sponsors, so maybe we can bring it down to an affordable price. I think that's the main thing. But it's making people aware just of what football is important to people. You know, you talk about Liverpool Football Club and how big they are. They are a big football club, and some of the biggest names ever to play, you know, for Liverpool Football Club are going to be here in Phuket. So I think that's very important.
We'll just roll off a few of those names then.
Well, I mean, if you start at the back, you're looking at Bruce Grobbelaar, you're looking at Phil Neal, who's got more medals than anybody else. I'm going to be there in some capacity, but I'm not quite sure. And we want to bring some younger members of the football club as well. People like Jason McAteer, people like Don Hutchinson, and of course we would like to get one of the greatest players ever, Robbie Fowler, to come and play in Phuket as well. I believe he's going to be here in the next few days, so maybe this will entice him to come out a little bit later in the year. But there's other players, Jan Mulvey, Michael Thomas, Gary Gillespie, you know, we've got Steve McMahon, Phil Thompson, and of course everybody's favourite Ian Rush as well. We're trying to get Ian Rush to come out. It just depends on his schedule for the next forthcoming few weeks, but you know, these are some of the biggest names that we've ever had, and certainly it will be good for us if the lads can come out, and then it might just again make sure that we have a great support in this part of the world.
It sounds like quite a rare event then. You mean that you haven't played together so much?
We haven't played together too many times in terms of the quality of the players. The likes of Jason, who've just come into you know, into the Liverpool setup, Don Hutchinson just come into it. All the older players, and I mentioned the older players there, myself and Phil Neal, we've been there quite a while, but this is very important, and it's for the backbone of the former Players Association, because we'd like the Robbie Fowlers of the world, the Steve McManaman. I forgot to mention Steve McManaman. Oh my goodness!
He's based in Singapore.
They'll kill me here. But people like him will be the backbone of it for hopefully many years to come. You know, because you know, although we're promoting it now, in 10 years' time, we might not be around, so what we're seeing...
Well, you might be in wheelchairs.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. We could be any... But we're promoting from within, and I think that's very, very important for the future of, first of all, Liverpool Football Club and their supporters.
And who's going to be the manager or coach? Or
well, we looked upon it as the oldest player in the history of the game, but we didn't get him. Phil Thompson is hoping to be the manager, and if that's the case, if not, we'll possibly get a former manager of the team in Roy Evans. Roy, who's back on song, he's now freelance, he doesn't have a job, the poor lad, so he may be able to come out and pick the team. I think that's important, you pick the right team for the right occasion.
And will you be giving coaching clinics, I hope, obviously, to the kids, Thai kids especially? But anybody as well? Will you have sort of an open clinic?
We've got, it's all been structured. We've got one certainly day in. We've got one day in Thailand. Sorry, in Bangkok on the Monday, I think it is. And we've also got a day over here that we will be coaching clinics, and we're hoping to go out to other parts of the island as well. We're not just talking about in Phuket itself, but we're going to go out to the other parts of the island.
To schools or?
To schools, yeah. To people who will take us on board, and because we've got 15 players, we can go to 5 different, say, venues in one particular day. So that'll be good. That'll be good.
So this is about June, I think you said 18th?
Well, it's a bit earlier than that. The game is on the 18th, that's the important side of it, but we're coming out on the 12th, and then we're staying for about 7 days, possibly a bit longer, because again, wouldn't you rather stay out here? You'd rather stay out here. But unfortunately, 1 or 2 commitments means that certain players have to leave us a little bit earlier.
Right.
You know, so they can stay for the games, but they have to go back after 1 week.
All right. Well, just quickly then, if people want more information, is it through Nine Active?
It's Nine Active, but it's Power Air Agency as well. I think they're based in Bangkok. But there's, I think, Inspire Entertainment as well. They're involved as well. There's quite a few people, but Power Air are the main agency. A guy called Chris Rosenberg. He's the main person to deal with, and unfortunately I don't have a number at this moment in time.
But on the website, presumably of
Yes.
Nine Active and this other one, Power
Air. Yeah.
will have details of it
They
and
will
how
have
to get
details of
tickets
it.
and the events.
And yes, definitely.
Great. Well, I think we'll talk about the current Liverpool and your ex-Liverpool days when you come back then, I think in June.
Okay. Well, let's hope it's
Talking
going to
to
be
you.
a decent season. Decent season meaning that a bit of stability, and we try and get back into the top four. But that might just be a little bit beyond us. But you never know. You never know. There's we've got saying we've not got a bad manager. We've got a very, very good manager, former player Kenny Dalglish. So if anybody can, I think Kenny can.
Well, you could be celebrating in June then.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, Alan.
Cheers. Thank you.
Great.